Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back for the last time, in a while at least, to react to Peaky fucking Blinders. I'm on season 4, episode 6. That's all there is, that's all she wrote. As of now, I believe I mentioned it in my last reaction, but I did see on, I think, Wikipedia that the next season will be coming out in 2019. I'm assuming that's true. You know, I just looked at the paragraph up top real quick. Didn't want to scroll down and get any type of spoilers or anything. But it did seem to indicate that their season 5 is coming out next year. But I don't know any date for it or anything like that, or if it's even filming yet or anything. So anyway, I got to see what goes down to end this here season. We still got the Vendetta storyline has been carrying throughout. Tommy got out of a scrape last time with it. Him and Polly were really in on it together the whole time. Now, I said last time in my reaction, I wasn't too jazzed about that plot element, making it seem like Polly was, betraying Tommy. And even the more I've thought about it since watching it then, I do kind of feel like there was the one specific scene I'm remembering from a couple episodes ago where she gets the call from Changretti, and then she seems freaked out, and then she goes to Lizzie, who's pregnant, by the way. She predicted that Lizzie would be in that following scene, reading the tea leaves, and it came true. But anyway, she puts the thing in Tommy's book, when's he free, all that. So it's setting up that she's betraying him, and then we learn that's not the case. Tommy knew about it, but if that's the case, why would Polly be freaking out on the phone with Changretti? I know he kind of threatened her son and all that, but still, it seemed like she was acting for someone that's not watching. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I didn't like that, but anyway, at the same time I see they didn't want to have that betrayal storyline and kind of put a dead end on that story because I don't think they could come back from that. But Polly's still talking about being in the noose, things don't matter now and all that. But at the same time, he needs to protect her son. He's staying with the gypsies out there, with Aberrammer Gold and all that, whose son is in the big fight this week. I'm assuming they even showed a little bit at the end of last episode. The fight is where that's Changretti's new plan to get his men in with Solomon's to, I guess, assassinate Tommy here. Is Solomon's actually going to do it, or is he going to double-cross Changretti? What's going to happen? I could see it going either way. We've seen Solomon's go against him before, if it's in his best interest, so we shall see. But Tommy, is he gonna die? No, I know there's season 5 coming, so I don't think so. Is anyone gonna die? I don't know. But the only way to find out is to continue. But I guess what other storylines? There's a thing with Jesse Edens and all that. He has that plan. He's gonna be finding the worst parts of the Communist Party, the most aggressive people, I guess, or whatever they're calling them, to weed them out for the government. We'll see if he goes along with that, or does he double cross on the government? I don't know if he can, or even wants to. He wants to keep making this money. So anyway, let's go and we watch the final, as of now, episode of Peaky Blinders. Tommy with those spectacles he's been rocking all season. So are two of these guys really Changretti's men here? I would assume Gold is gonna win the fight here against Goliath, if it even continues all the way and doesn't get stopped by some assassination or whatever happens. And maybe the 50th different rendition of Red Right Hand they've done here. What, Nick Cave or whoever wrote this song has to be making bankroll off of the show. There's our guy TH, AS, Alfie Solomons.
Yeah, you're like me, Tommy, you can't bear to watch a fight which has got rules. Then one day, you open up your
Still going on about this blind stuff.
and you can see everything. A piece of heaven, actually. You can see the way the earth curves and myself, Alfie. What are you doing?
You're moving to Margate.
I am actually, yeah. I need to get myself some rest. I need some rest. Big will fuck small.
Will it? Let's going to wherever this is to escape the wrath of the Shelbys after he betrays them here.
So you watch the fight off, eh?
I already know who wins.
Ooh. Tommy's not suspicious at all.
I feel it. We're all right. We're surrounded by soldiers, Arthur. Alfie's men were strip searched. We're all right.
So they really did strip search and see if they were circumcised.
What did Tommy say when you told him?
He said I'd get a weekly allowance.
Oh, he can be romantic.
Said something like, we've had enough death, let's have some life.
That's exactly what he said.
I'm up to duff. And it's Tommy's.
Was the lingo there off the dove?
It's a girl.
It's helping me get through the fucking nightmare of being stuck in.
Oh, she's on the yayo now. Not good.
And who's the father? Have you managed to narrow it down? Congratulations. You've won the raffle at last.
Boxing would be a lot more fun to watch these days if it was still stuff like this.
They don't know the fucking ropes.
It's the pills and the booze spooking you, Arthur.
No, I don't think it is.
They don't even care if he fucking wins. No back. So strong.
Oh, thought she wasn't gonna be on the gin while pregnant. Alright. There's some continuity gaps there, I would say. The bottle goes from half full to empty in 2 seconds.
Sit down and watch the fight, eh, Arthur?
No, he's right. I was gonna say Alfie might have been right. The Goliath will win, but Bonnie's still rope-a-doping here.
Where did Tommy and Arthur?
Now Polly's gonna follow them. One at a time, they're all gonna leave. Doesn't seem like a good idea either. Oh. Polly has the heater. Shit. The Garrett. Oh no. Come on, Arthur. Shit. Is he dead though? I think he is. Fuck. Where's the other guy too? Damn. I mean, it seemed like Arthur would die for a long time in the show here, and he never did, but I got you when you least expect it. Goliath's done.
Tommy, what's happened?
Arthur's dead. Turkey's off.
Damn, Tommy's running out of brothers here.
For Arthur. My brother is dead. My brother is dead.
And it seems like it could be the end of the episode, but there's a lot left. Well, the season begins and ends with a Shelby boy getting murked. This is a way bigger loss for the show, I would say, though. And I didn't really see it coming this time. I thought at the beginning of the season it would happen, but I guess the strike's over, right?
Arthur's dead.
That's it.
Told me I've been trying to think of words.
Don't. Instead of going to Australia, we're going to New York.
Where the mafia is directly located.
You knew I was gonna be shot. And you chose not to tell me.
I chose my mom.
The scene of the first funeral this season. Who is it?
Please.
Oh, it's Changrady's mother.
Finished.
Is it a truce flag?
You took my husband and my son. We took 2 of your brothers.
I wasn't completely sure if they did kill this other son.
No more killing.
Who did you think you were, Mr. Shelby?
So what did he just agree to?
Mr. Solomons? Mr. Changrat is yet to see you.
I don't think he's there. He's at his new house, whatever, by the sea or whatnot.
They say he was a captain.
And you might want to tell him not to open that fucking door.
He's like a bomb or something. He's just gonna blow his own business here.
He left town. So this is mine.
Greta is coming to Birmingham. It's our turn.
He's already taken over Alfie Solomon's, Sabini, Titanic's.
I wonder why they don't have Sabini on the show anymore. They just didn't get the actor back, or...
All that's left of the Peaky fucking Blinders. Every enterprise in your possession. Bars, restaurants, warehouses.
Bars.
Every fucking thing that you've taken all these years. But my mother, she knows you. She said, it'll be worse for you if I let you live. Especially don't trust this bitch. So, you can sign them on your knees.
Big fuck small. So I had to find someone bigger than you.
We also contacted a businessman in Chicago.
Al Capone.
His name is Alphonse Capone.
You've been talking to that fat fuck.
They work for money for the highest bidder. They now have new orders.
About to say goodbye to Mr. Brody.
Is that right?
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Wait, what?
We need to make them believe that he's dead. To everyone but you, me, and Linda.
Another rope-a-dope.
To win this war. Tell your people in Chicago that Michael Gray will sign the import license to New York. 300 barrels of English dry gin a month.
Shouldn't he at least have like a scar or something?
You don't fuck with the Peaky Blinders.
Wow. Well, it got me. I mean, Linda did seem kind of calm at the funeral and all that.
Last time we were all here, it ended badly.
Yeah.
And this time, you're gonna let me finish, Tommy.
Call back to his wedding.
Start a whole new life for myself. I ain't fucking going nowhere. All of you, the Shelby Company Limited, insist that Tommy here take some time off.
I do hope you're going to leave the dog out of this.
I once told you, Alfie, if for business reasons or in bad blood, I would kill you.
Is he really gonna do it?
I wanted it beer. The only thing I got on me is fucking cancer, mate.
But he's dying anyway. So his skin's all messed up. Only one way to get him to stop,
There's an
Tommy.
honourable reason now to pull that trigger, so why
Alfie,
you
look
pull
at
it,
me.
mate?
Damn. I don't know, did Alfie shoot him just to get him to act, or was he really just trying to survive and was lying about everything there? What? A little jumpy there, Tom.
Mr. Shelby, you are not yourself. I should call a doctor.
Just getting PTSD, I guess, but I'm not exactly sure what's bringing it on right now. Kind of a strange interlude there.
Starts when you stop, when you rest. Shit, maybe it's in us. Those were Shelby's.
I would say so.
It's in our gypsy blood. We shake hands with devils, and we walk past them.
Even money, no more.
Whose fucking idea was it that I go on holiday?
Where'd you get up to?
Went fishing, played golf.
Had a mental breakdown.
I've had an idea.
You having an idea, huh, Tommy?
Strikers holding. I want to meet the people who can take this further.
It's a flashback or flash forward.
I've made contact with a Soviet agent inside the Birmingham Communist Party.
And you're offering to help ensure they never succeed.
If my cover is maintained, I can begin to shape the movement, organize it myself.
The attention of Winston Churchill.
He holds me in very high regard.
Are you serious?
We're gonna hear what it is. It's gonna be like the mayor or something. Bob Dylan cover here. It is porn.
Thomas Shelby, Labour Party, 48,564. A member of Parliament for the constituency.
Parliament. All right, well, I'm caught up now on Peaky Blinders. I guess I can go look more into. No, I can look anything up about the show since I can't get spoiled at this point. Maybe I can see exactly what's going on with the next season, if there is a date or anything like that. Look into it. So that episode took some turns. Certainly, would not necessarily have predicted he'd become a member of Parliament, but that seems to be where we are. I don't know if it's hard to tell if he's being serious about what he's gonna do with the plan. I mean, I think he is, but the plan to undermine the communist movement or whatever, but he's using Jesse Edens for that. I think she's getting in over her head here and making a bad decision, but I don't know. I guess he still could flip it. I mean, the whole thing has kind of been like those people are never gonna accept us, like the class we're from, or being a gypsy, where we come from, all this stuff, gangster, any of that, but now he's got more influence than ever. I don't know, does he see this position as like getting one over on the government that doesn't accept him or that tried to screw him over, or what is he? I don't know exactly know what he sees it as. I'm gonna look up that OBE thing though. I don't know if I just Wikipedia that, it'll come up, but because they said that all season with, I mean, it also bookended. I thought it was bookending two brother deaths. Obviously, that was the fake out with Arthur's death there. I'll talk about that in a second, but it also bookended the season with that guy, whoever that government official is. The very cold open, basically, of the first episode, and then the conclusion of the season here in the last episode. All right, OBE is post-nominal for Officer of the Order of the British Empire. The grade of the Order of the British Empire. I don't exactly know what that means. I guess it's below a knighthood, because the guy mentioned you want to be made a knight or whatever. A British Order of Chivalry, rewarding contributions to the arts and sciences, work with charitable and welfare organizations, and public service outside the civil service. I guess you got it for the charitable and welfare organization part. I don't know. It was established on June 4th, 1917, or 4 June 1917, as British people designate their days there, by King George V, and comprises 5 classes across both civil and military divisions, the most senior 2 of which make the recipient either a knight if male or dame if female. All right, so it is tied in with the knighthood and all this. All right, I didn't know that that started then. I guess, I don't know, yeah, I guess I would have thought it would have been further back in history that people were becoming knights in name and all this sort of thing. Obviously, there's real knights back in the day. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know, obviously, too much about British political systems, or if that even is considered political system. I guess it's an honor system. All right, so had a little camera issue there. Had to stop recording, but it's fine because it's been a little more time now, or it's the next day, and I've had a chance to collect my thoughts a little bit more on the episode and on the season. So I'm just gonna do a couple more minutes here, wrapping that up, and the show's on hiatus now, so I've removed the Peaky Blinders style hat, and it's gonna sit on the shelf until season 5 comes out. Or maybe I'll have to wear it for something. I don't know what that would be. But regardless, when it cut off, I think I was talking about the OBE and knighthood and all that. So anyway, I don't exactly know how the Parliament thing works, but that's evidently going to be a future storyline with Tommy here. And is he going to... is the government still controlling him, or is he getting one up on them? I guess that's kind of the question here, let alone what's going on with Jesse Edens here. Obviously, she's still with him. She's wearing the badge and all that. He wasn't a member of the Communist Party, obviously, in the thing there. I think it was the Worker Party, or I don't remember exactly what it's called, but is she still thinking that he's going to help her cause, or is she making some concessions? Now, that wasn't entirely clear. I mean, it does seem like he is using her to get to the people that the government wants. Which way is he gonna double cross? Is he gonna try to play it both ways? I don't know. Always on this show, it's like either Tommy's in a jam or he just has all these things coming at him and he gets a way out of it, as was well evidenced in this one with the Arthur fake out, which I'm not sure how I feel about exactly. In hindsight, I can see, like, it's something that the show does do a lot. Kind of like I just said, one time he gets in a jam, how is he going to get out of it? And then he pulls a surprise like this. We already did the thing from last episode, or, threaded through earlier in the season with is Polly betraying him and how that wrapped up, which I said, before the reaction today to this episode. I didn't really like that too much, even though I see why they did it. The same thing here, like, it was cool what happened. Arthur comes back, he's not really dead. I guess just because he had his fingers in the garret, he didn't get choked out. And I definitely can see why they wouldn't want to kill Arthur, because Paul Anderson, the actor, just does such a good performance. And the character of Arthur leads to a lot of the drama on the show to begin with. So if he's gone, and then they send Michael overseas, I don't know what his whole thing's going to be. I mean, also, is there going to be issues with Tommy and Michael down the line, or they find that Tommy pointed out that you were going to let me go to my doom there, and he said it's because of my mom, whatever, so that was part of the plan. So, I mean, it was part of the whole thing, Tommy just testing Michael too, or is that just a byproduct? I don't know, but we'll see what happens with him in America. But I guess they made the deal with the gangsters there, the mafia there, to betray Changretti, and they mentioned Al Capone. I don't know if he's actually going to be on the show or what, but with the Arthur death, though, yeah, like I said, I'm glad he's still on the show, definitely, and it's not like that. No offense to the actor that plays Finn, but I don't think he's picking up the slack acting-wise here or anything. So it's needed, but I don't know how many times you can do something like this and it's still effective, So I hope in the season 5 or going forward, there's not going to be too similar of a plot line here. And apparently also I was looking up into it more after I started looking yesterday about season 5. I guess the creator of the show said there's going to be 3 more seasons, and it's going to take it all the way up to World War II, like when the first bombs go off or whatever it is, air siren or something is heard. So he really is sandwiching it right between the 2 world wars here. That's the idea, but I mean that's gonna lead to like 13. I think let me see here. Yeah, I think 12 or 13 more years through time here and 3 more seasons. So we'll see. I'm assuming they're gonna have their normal time skip, 2 years or however many down the line. There's the 3-month skip there to get him elected. So the whole thing with his kind of PTSD when he doesn't have anything to do, it was, like I mentioned, it was kind of strange how they put that in there. Not that they have it in, but just where it was placed. So they wrap up all the action. I mean, this show is always very linear. I've mentioned it a bunch of times, but they wrap up kind of the season action then, or at least with the vendetta, everything, gets out of it, takes a break, goes off the deep end a little bit, drinking and all that. Then just back to the Jesse Eden storyline, back now Parliament. I kind of feel, I mean, it's just not the way the show does things, I guess. I do want to have this Parliament thing going on for next season, but I kind of feel like it might have been more effective, the whole Tommy breakdown thing, if that was just the end of the episode. Like, he wins, he gets his family back on his side, but he's still like empty, or he still has anxiety about this, or drinking, all this stuff, and then that's kind of the end of the season. The way it did end was more on a hopeful note, I guess, with him. I mean, you see Lizzie eyeing Jesse and all that, but with the baby born now. Is it a girl like Polly said it would be? Couldn't quite tell from there, but probably. But yeah, it's more on the hopeful note, or the happy note, I guess. Which, at the same time, it's like cool. I like to see the characters that I'm invested in now, things working out for them. But from a dramatic standpoint, I don't know if it would have been better to do it the way I said. I don't know. And then, of course, R.I.P. Solomons. Now, I would think they wouldn't want Tom Hardy off the show either, but perhaps it was just a matter of, you know, I was kind of surprised how much he was on it in the first place, considering he's in several movies a year that come out, it seems like. So filming schedule's got to be tough. Yeah, and I guess it makes sense from the story as well that Tommy would feel like he has to kill him. And I guess he had cancer anyway. I was questioning, was he lying or trying to get out of it there? But I think he was actually telling the truth. And then he just shot at Tommy to get him to go through with it, because he probably wouldn't have went to the countryside or whatever and done that if not. And now I want to get into also back to the Arthur death fake out and everything that happened there. It's a little bit questionable to me how realistic something like this would have been, because, well, first of all, Solomons was betraying Tommy, but he did say to him when he was leaving the fight, like, I'll see you again or something. I think he made a comment like that, thinking Tommy would come kill him. So did Solomons really think that Changrady was going to fail here? I guess maybe that, even though he was saying the whole thing about big beats little, big fuck small, whatever. If this is what happened, then Changrady's plan doesn't even seem that sound, because how were they going to kill Arthur and Tommy? Or was it just supposed to be Tommy, or whatever? They sneak in some Garretts with these guys that are pretending to be in the corner. If Arthur doesn't act suspicious and go off on his own, they wouldn't have had the opportunity to get to him in the first place. Was their plan something like to get them all singled out alone and pick them off? If so, I don't know how they achieve that if Arthur doesn't get suspicious. For example, Tommy didn't necessarily seem suspicious. But alright, so fine, that happens. Then Tommy goes back there, kills the guy, sees Arthur's not actually dead, and says to Polly or him and whatever, oh, real quick plans, like, oh, we're gonna use this, people thinking you're dead. Like, it's pretty quick to get that all together, you know. And then I guess Linda was the only other person they told, so I don't know. It's a little bit of a leap to say that would have worked, but obviously it did on the show here. Then his mom comes in with the flag, and then they think they're gonna take over the business, and then that's what happened. But I guess, I don't know, is any of the other people not upset with Tommy and them that they thinking Arthur is really dead? I guess not. I mean, since it worked, but I don't know, like Finn and Ada and all them would have been upset thinking their brother actually died. And then he made Finn, like, cut the guy's eyes out too or whatever. So he's trying to get, there's a couple storylines this year, a couple little parts with trying to get Finn to be more of more on the gangster side here, even though I don't know how old he's supposed to be. But other future plot lines there, like I said with Michael and Tommy, I don't know if there is gonna be bad blood between them now or not, but they sent him to America. Are they gonna have scenes? I would assume they're gonna have scenes in America next season, I guess, with him and whoever else. I don't know if Tommy or any of the other people will go over there. If he has to be in Parliament now, I don't know if he can do that. But yeah, moving the liquor for Prohibition. I guess maybe we'll see some of these real-life American gangsters. I don't know. Arthur's staying around. Obviously, is he going to be, is that good? It probably would be better for him to go off to wherever, like the original plan was. But now Linda's more on, she was into the coke and stuff now. Is that going to be a problem? I could certainly see that happening. I don't know where the storyline with Polly's going to go to. I mean, is this Abraham or Gold still going to be sticking around on the show? Probably, I guess. So maybe they develop more of a relationship or something, but in terms of where the drama's coming for Aunt Polly at this point, I don't know. And I guess her whole quote about, she was telling Tommy the quote or whatever it is about, like, shake hands with the devil and then walk past him, and then he said he did that at the end, I guess. So I guess that's kind of emblematic of what the Shelbys try to do. Tommy specifically, like, try to, I guess the devil is like the British government in this case, or whatever higher power that looks down on them, and then move past them. So using that, like, ends justify the means kind of thing, or using, maybe that's not it exactly, but using bad people to get what you want. It's kind of what they've always done. I guess it also categorizes how a lot of them go, yeah, with the drinking and stuff, like, off the deep end, but then get back to business or whatever. I don't know. So with the season as a whole, season 4 here, it was a lot about focus. I mean, it's always about Tommy a lot, but it was a lot more on the focus of him with the family versus the family and whatever. So, like, it literally started out episode 1, based even on, which was mentioned, alluded to this episode, what happened at the end of season 3. So, start of season 4, he's totally isolated from the family. They're mostly all mad at him, except for, like, Ada, I guess, or whatever. But then at the end of season 4, he's got the whole family back. They're all walking together. So I'd see that was bookended nicely. Also, John died in the first episode, and then the fake out with another brother dying in this time. So John dies at the end. No, John dies at the beginning of season 4. For that somewhat obscure reference there. And then I even mentioned it before also, but the bookend with the guy, Maester Lewin from Game of Thrones. I always point out these Game of Thrones actors. I just realized that was him too this time. Whoever working for Churchill or whatever he is, you know, he was on from the first scene basically of the season until, and then dealing with Tommy still at the end here. So definitely a lot of bookends, and then most of the in-between stuff was with, I guess, the Jesse Edens kind of storyline and the Vendetta, obviously, storyline. So most action probably this season. I'm assuming maybe their budget increased. It was more, yeah, a lot of kind of the gangsters 20 style action, more with this Vendetta thing and the New York gangsters coming over. So the things I like about the show I still liked from this season, the kind of lush, great cinematography, angles, shots, everything is always great. The acting, for the most part, is really great, especially Cillian Murphy and Paul Anderson, and Helen McCrory and Polly. Those kind of 3 leads really hit it home. But the Vendetta storyline from the season here, even though it was cool seeing a lot of the action and stuff, and Adrian Brody hamming it up and everything like this, drama-wise, it wasn't the most engaging storyline. I guess they also needed something to get the family back together as well, but yeah, some of the kind of fake out different things they did, and it wasn't my favorite overall. So, but I'm still very excited to watch season 5 when it does come out, and get back and react to that. If you like these reactions, please do subscribe. I'm doing some other shows on the channel right now. Another show on Netflix, Haunting of Hill House. I'm a couple episodes into that. Gonna finish that season out, and I have other reactions as well on the channel, and plans to do a lot more in the future. So please do subscribe, comment, like, all of that stuff. And until next time, whenever that may be, I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah. But now we're in a happier place. That's it.